How you going, guys? So today I'm taking the cruiser down to Ultimate Diesel down the Gold Coast to get the tune put into it and a clutch upgrade. I was having a chat to Robert from Ultimate Diesel up at the four-wheel drive show that was in Brisbane earlier this year. Just in regards to, as everyone says, they're a little bit sluggish, these 79 series off the box, and just chasing that little bit more power so you can get off the line a bit quicker from the lights, especially with the trip around Australia that we're going to be starting on this year. Towing a caravan, you want to be able to get up off the lights and keep up with traffic that little bit better. These tunes, they say, not only increases the power, but you also get better fuel economy. So we'll see how that works. I think on our trip to Summonats this year, I averaged around that 14.5 to around 15.5 litres per 100. Now, bear in mind, that was actually towing a car trailer with a HJ Holden on it. So I can be quite conservative when it's towing to get those figures down already. So it'll be interesting to see if it actually improves any. Of course, once the trip comes up, the ute's going to have a canopy on. It's going to be loaded, so it's probably going to be a ton heavier, the ute itself. Dragging a 3-ton caravan, I'm going to run on higher figures anyway. But if you're saving yourself a few litres every tank, it's all money in the bank, like they say. In regards to the clutch, I'm going to be getting them to put in the heavy-duty NPC 1300 Newton metre clutch. While I was at the show, I was having the chat with Robert. I actually discussed my concerns with the NPCs. I've had a chat with a lot of guys on forums in regards to clutches, and the NPCs, people either love them or hate them. Like anything in this world, people, they can get an opinion. Sometimes it's not really based on merit. It's just from hearsay, or their brothers, uncles, brother-in-laws had one and it was terrible, so therefore they bag it out to everyone when they don't really know. So he assured me a lot of the problems with these NPCs that people are talking about, it comes down to bad installation, not correct adjustment, or even just people that can't drive for peanuts. And look, we all see that on the road every day. There's a lot of shit drivers out there, so maybe it's them that are putting the bag on the clutch, but we'll find that out. So what I'll do is I'll take the cruiser down today. We'll drop her off. They'll do the clutch replacement, do the dyno tune, and I'll actually drive it for a while. I won't just pick it up and let you know what it feels like straight off the bat. I'll drive it for a while and give a bit of honest, real-world feedback of what my thoughts of the tune and the clutch actually makes to the car just in everyday driving. So it'll be interesting to see, how the car actually performs differently, if it drives better, feels better on the road, all of those kind of things. So we'll get it down there, we'll get it all done. Then I'll check back in with yous in, a month or so and let you know what I think. And that way we can actually do a proper video on, what these clutches are like, what the tunes do to the car, and how much drivable they can actually get from them. So we'll get down there today. I'll drop the car off, and with the magic of YouTube, next time I'll be talking to you, it'll be a month or so down the track. Okay guys, let's get into it. So it's been a month since I took the car down to Ultimate Diesel to get the tune and clutch package. Pretty happy with the way it's driving. I won't reveal the figures I've got just yet. What I'll do is I'll do another month and another check-in, then we'll go through everything and finalise everything then. It is quite good in the way it's responsiveness now, definitely more power, goes a lot better. Clutch, I'm not overly happy with at the moment. So what it's like at the moment is it's quite clunky. It's like clunk out of gear, clunk back into gear. So I'm just not happy with it. You hear a lot of people talking about these NPC clutches being quite heavy and quite noisy. It makes a little bit of noise, I can live with that, but the clunkiness I'm not happy with. The worst part is when you're at the lights and you've pulled up, you go to put it back in a first, and it's just a real mission to get it back in a first. So I stuck my head under the dash and checked out the adjuster rod. which is up underneath the dash, and it turns out they haven't adjusted it. So I'll give you a look at what I'm talking about. So up underneath the dash here is this rod here that's connected to the back of your clutch. So as you can see, it's sliding backwards and forwards. Now all that is they've obviously put the clutch in and they haven't adjusted it up. It's pretty straightforward. It's just a threaded rod and a nut just here. You basically just tighten it up until you just feel it pressing with just the minus amount of slack there at the end of the cylinder. You don't want it engaging because otherwise it will engage the clutch. So I'll get that all adjusted up and run it through for another month. I've put a tank of fuel through it already. I got about 12.97 litres to the 100, so basically 13 litres to the 100. Fairly happy with that. It was all run around town stuff. There was no highway in it. A little bit of towing around town, picking up some building materials and stuff. But other than that, it was just basic on-off driving with a little bit of get stuck into it in the meantime, just to feel the difference. So we'll give it another month and we'll see how she goes. Well, I've been there, I've done that. As you can see, guys, I've got the t-shirt. So it's November now. Took the Cruiser down in April to get the tune and clutch package sorted out. So that's 6 months of real world driving. So I didn't want to do one of these reviews and go down, get it done and just tell you how awesome it was. I thought, you know, I'll do a bit of driving in it and let you know what I really think. In that time I've done, you know, around 10,000 Ks I think. I'm averaging around 13 to 14 litres per 100. So admittedly pre-tune I never actually looked at what I was getting per 100, so I couldn't give you an honest estimation on whether or not I'm getting better economy or not. What I am getting is a car that drives a lot better. It's more responsive, it's just easier to drive. I can sit in traffic, I can idle up in traffic, I can take off easier. If I need to merge, I can put my foot down and merge and hit the gap, whereas previously you'd put your foot down and you wouldn't actually go anywhere. So, as we all know, these things are pretty asthmatic from factory. So, getting the tune is a must do, to be honest. It's only a fairly conservative tune. I said that I wanted something that was going to give me a bit better punch, a bit more reliable power to do the trip around Australia. We sat down, we worked out with the canopy on the back, tinny on the roof, so forth. The car was probably going to weigh about 3.5 tonne. I'm towing a caravan that's around 3 tonne, and they've worked out what tune would probably best suit me from there. Post tune, I'm running about 200 horsepower at the wheels, so that's about a 50 horsepower upgrade, and Newton meters I'm running about 550, 570 off memory, so that's around a 40% increase in torque. So what that does is, while it's not a high horsepower beast like some of these tunes people are putting into them, it gives me good, reliable, steady power. Allows me to merge, drive in traffic, and just makes life easier when it comes to driving it. So a prime example is I've got a corner just around from my place, and pre-tune, coming up to the corner, it's on a bit of an incline and it's a 90-degree bend. I'd have to drop back to first gear to get around this corner. These days I'm driving up to it in third gear, roll around the corner, put the foot down, and she just drives off. There's no engine labouring, no coughing or farting. It's gone from driving like a pig to just being drivable, full stop. And that's what you want when you're driving a car. You don't want driving a car to be a chore, you just want it to be easy. In regards to the clutch, so the 1300 NPC, a lot of people complain about shuddering and that they're really noisy. I haven't experienced any of it. I drive through traffic a bit. It's easy. I'm not having any problems doing it. It just goes. There is a little bit of rollover noise, but nothing major. Nothing you'd worry about. They're fairly agricultural vehicles anyway, so you just live with it. Gear changes, they're easy. As I said earlier in the video, the clutch wasn't adjusted properly when I first got it back. They were happy for me to bring it back and they'd readjust it, but it's a 45-minute drive from my place. Off memory, it was a 12 or a 13mm spanner. Undo the lock nut, you've got the little push rod that you adjust. You adjust it up just until it's taken pressure. You're not putting any pressure on it. Do the lock nut back up and it's been perfect. As you're seeing while I'm driving now, it's sliding backwards and forwards in the gears nice and smoothly, no problems at all. I've got the extension on the gear stick as well, which theoretically is supposed to make your gear changes a bit rougher, but I'm not feeling it. So overall, would I recommend you getting one of these tunes? 100%. Makes the car just drivable, more enjoyable. You're not labouring. It's not a chore to drive anymore. I'm not sponsored by anyone. This is just a real world review. I wanted to give everyone just my honest feedback of what I thought the difference is pre and post tune and whether or not it's worthwhile doing it. If you're thinking about it, go out and do it. You're definitely not going to regret it. Driving will be easier, life will be easier and more enjoyable. If you're enjoying the content, click like, subscribe. If you want any updates on the videos I'm making as we're getting ready to go around Australia, click your notification button and you'll be told when the new videos come up. Anyway guys, have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.